Boxing King Media. We're with Coach Calvin Ford. Calvin, I'm going to start with, I read a quote once where you said yourself and Gervonta saved each other.
Yeah, yes, that's true.
What does that quote mean to you?
I mean, me coming home from doing 10 years in the feds, I could have easily went left and went back to my old ways. But being me, I said, nah, I'm not going to do that. I got a family, good job. I stayed straight. So in the process of that, I couldn't tell Tank and other kids in there, to keep their nose clean, and I'm going left too. So it was the thing that they saved me too.
Was there anything in particular that saved you, that you can obviously refer to?
No, just being dedicated to them, being dedicated to what I do, be dedicated to the gym, and basically it worked out for all of us, to tell you the truth.
2001, I think you've been with Gervonta. At one point from then and now, did you think this kid is going to be a pound-for-pound superstar?
Man, I said it on an interview with somebody did with me that we follow the process, but I never thought he would be a megastar the way he's becoming now. That never ran across my mind, but the skill level, him fighting, the sky's the limit for any individual if they got the right team and the right people around them. So he had the right people, right team. I mean, it was like a match in heaven.
Over the years, obviously, I've followed Gervonta's career for a long time. You see from time to time where he blows up in weight in between camps. Has that been an issue for this fight?
No, I mean, that can happen to any fighter. Let's go look at some of the fighters that lost their belt on scale. He ain't the first one that did it. He did it in the amateurs. That's where people get things mixed up. If they're not staying busy or the head people's not keeping them busy, how can they, I'm saying, because you got to remember, he's been training since he was 6, 7 years old. So sometimes you want to live your life, have some fun, enjoy yourself, and that's what happens,
And what kind of statement are you expecting from Gervonta Sunday night?
I am looking for, it's like watching Michael Jordan, to tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? You don't know which quarter he's going to open up in. But, we always see the results. Me, personally, I always look for a punishment. In this particular fight, you got Cruz coming forward, and he had nothing to lose. So how much punishment he willing to take?
There's been a lot of talk of the height difference, fighting Rowley, now fighting a guy a lot shorter. Will that be easier? Will it make it easier for Gervonta that?
Again, he the bigger man again. That's how I look at it. Tank is the bigger man. So Cruz got to make an adjustment of Tank, again, I'm always still looking for that guy to bring the best out of him.
Obviously, Sunday night, you're hoping, obviously, Gervonta wins in style. Are you planning ahead? There's obviously fights with Josh Taylor potentially moving up. Or do you think
he already said it on Twitter that he want the big fights. He want them guys. He want them straps. He want it. So again, it's up to the heads to give it to him.
How realistic can they happen? Obviously, with fighters being on different channels, etc.
Josh got control of his career, and what's his name that just won? He got control of his career. So that's all they got to do is just look at the numbers. Who's bringing the most numbers?
What can you imagine happening if Gervonta does get a KAMBOSOS date going down the line?
It's going to be I call it a Godzilla fight because everybody going to want to see it.
I've got to ask you about your style. So I'm loving the shades. Tell me about it. What's going on?
Well, these are my prescription glasses and whatnot, so I don't keep switching glasses, sunshade to glasses.
I'm seeing chains hanging off on the side.
So I can keep track of my glasses.
Okay.
If you ever have reading glasses, you set them down and you misplace them, then you can't hardly see. So I've been doing this, and I told my partner Kenny I was going to make these chains and glasses famous. So.
Could you tell us, is there any other young fighters coming up in Baltimore at the minute where you think they could potentially be the next Gervonta Davis?
We have a young lady that's Tank's little sister, Mia Killer B. Ellis. She's fighting on the card. We have another kid that came from the Headbangers gym back in the day named, what's Ramo's name? I call him Ramos. He's my black Mexican. Kareem Martin. We have him. We have other kids that's coming out of Baltimore. Lorenzo Simpson, that's Tank's other brother. We have Malik Warren.
We on Christmas Day with
Keyshawn Williams. You know what I'm saying? So, we got a lot of, they just got to do is just pay attention to our page, and that's it. And then just keep watching TV. When they see us in the corners, they're going to be like, okay, we got another one.
This is the team to follow.
Yeah.
Okay. Just quickly, there's been a lot of upsets in boxing recently. Julian Williams, who lost recently as well, I know you're close with. Obviously, Teofimo. Is there any risk of anything like that happening to Gervonta Davis?
Boxing. That's what makes boxing what it is. You know what I'm saying? Again, everybody want to see them fights because there's a lot of undefeated guys out there, just talking. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't define your career. It's the fight defines your career. You know what I'm saying? So again, like Teofimo, he lost his fight. They was just talking about his bad sportsmanship. You know what I'm saying? When before the fight was on, he was yada yada woo woo woo. It's over with. Get that man his props.
Last question. I see in Gervonta's team he has 3 guys who are obviously, you're the head coach. A similar comparison, Anthony Joshua recently got criticised for having 3 people in his corner.
Yeah.
People saying there's too many instructions being passed.
Crawford the same way. If you look at most teams, it's changing. Time is changing. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you watch basketball, they call it the big 3. So boxing is changing. You try to find the best coaches that's going to bring the best out you.
I've got to ask you, as a British media channel, what's your thoughts on Tyson Fury? As the current pound for pound king, a lot of people suggest that he's a pound for pound king, not Canelo. What's your thoughts on that?
Tyson Fury, Canelo, woo.
Which one of them is a pound for pound king, in your opinion?
My book is doing their thing. I can't take nothing from either one of them. They taking the big fights. So again, that's a hard toss-up. It's like doing this. Here's a tail. So again, that's a good one. Tyson Fury, he's the man, and then Canelo, he's the man. So both of them are pound for pounds in different weight classes.
Fury, Canelo, Josh Taylor. How long before we see Gervonta Davis' name right next to them guys?
Pretty soon. It's just based on getting the opportunity to fight them guys that want to really take the fight.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.